So in this video we're going to be talking about shape layers. So we're going to start off and just look at this now. Now this was a talent show, a shot with a green screen behind it. Now we want to get this black outline. We could use keying, though there's an easier way. And don't worry lads if you don't know what keying is, because we will have a whole chapter about this later on in the course. So we can see there's a lady and we want to cut that black out. So bring it up here and get your rectangle tool, drag there and get rectangle, the first one there, from up here. There we go. Now we created a mask over the window. And there we go. Now we created a mask and we can see there's mask 1 here. Now if you see an add here, you can see a lot of stuff. Just add, subtract, intersect, lighten, darken, difference. But we'll go into this in the next chapter or the one after it. So if we look closely, we can see that if we open up our transform properties and our mask properties, you can see that we have a mask opacity, we have a mask expansion, mask feather, and a mask pet. Now if we feather this now, the mask there, you can see that we kind of feathered it, the edges of the mask. We can use the mask opacity and we can start looking at this. I'd love to do that, but this is not what the course is about. So change that to 0 and there we go. So just turn off the visibility for the mask table there. Let's look at this. Now what we're going to do is create a circle. So get your ellipse tool, just drag like this and get your ellipse tool. Now I want my fill. I want the color to be, just to get the color picker, green, and I want my stroke to be eyedropper here, yellow. Just get that yellow there. Click OK now. Drag over here and we can see we've the right one. Now shift click and drag. What does this do? It kind of really scales it. It just constrains the shape. Now if we control and drag, it changes the shape but it doesn't move out of place. So you can scale that, you can change this, look at the shape now. But if I just shift click, we can do that. So shift click and that size will do. Now if I zoom in closely, we see we've a yellow outline right there. And I could, like in the Charlie Winters, like the text, we have an add button and we added a shape layer. Now if we click the add button, we can add a stroke, we can add a fill. So I'm just going to add a fill, and we can see if we open fill 1, we've that color and it's red. If we go into that opacity and if we change that to 0, it's green. But if we go into the ellipse here and we find a fill 1, this should be named fill 2, and we go to 0, we find nothing. Opacity, we change that to 100. There we go. And if we change that, there, you can actually do just a little fun thing here. All you have to do is just click the stopwatch for color, green, and about up to 2, change that opacity to 0. So what we done, just go to 3 seconds and press N, and that stops the preview at 3 seconds. And there we go. So it just literally changes. Oops, didn't move it. There we go. Oh, sorry, I was meant to stopwatch this. Oh no, it was the opacity we were meant to stopwatch actually. So, stopwatch. It's meant to be 0. And up here, meant to be down. And at the same time, when this is 100. When this gets up to 217, we change that to 0, opposite. So now we got it. So it changes color. So there we go. That was just a fast animation. And there we go. Now, if we click into the transform ellipse property, just close that for one, and transform, you can see that we've a position, anchor point, skew, and a skew axis, and rotation and opacity. Now, if we rotate this, you know, nothing happens because you know it's a circle. So, if we change our anchor point about here and we rotate now, you can see that it rotates around the anchor point. All I have to do is just up here maybe, and we'll rotate around that. There we go. And if we click onto the transform properties, we see we've two positions. One up here, one up there. There isn't difference. You see, it's the transformation of the ellipse 1, and it's the transform of the layer. You see, the layer is an ellipse, and the transform of the ellipse is already the layer. So, to make it more simple, the transform ellipse is the layer. Because Adobe After Effects might know that the layer isn't actually an ellipse. There's nothing else with it. So the transform of ellipse position is whatever the position is, and the transform its own layer. Like you see, every layer has this. But transform ellipse 1, if we have a text layer, that wouldn't be there. So we learned about shape layers and stuff, and in the next video we're going to be talking about switch modes. So thank you guys, bye.